Argentina is a country right below Brazil. We are not Brazil. They are happy all the time and they dance samba. We are sad and we dance tango. Maybe you know Argentina because of the tango, because of this religious miracle named Lionel Messi, the best soccer player in the world, and of course Pope Francis. But today I'm not here to talk about all the reasons you have to visit Argentina. I will tell you about this experience I did last year named my presidential Twitter bot. In the mid-90s, I was working for a firm in Buenos Aires doing computer programming. I was in charge of a content management system for a woman's news website, not a good one. All the articles were like finding your Prince Charming and summer diets, winter diets, I don't know, sex move, stuff like that. And we all work in the same place, the journalist and the people in the computer department. And I think this triggered some kind of reaction on me, not a good one, because I started to work in this side project of becoming a porn millionaire. So I started to work in this website. The idea was a front page with different women to choose, each woman with different features, let's put it that way. So you choose a woman, then you pay with your credit card, and then you start to have a conversation. If you say the right things, the woman will take her clothing off, and you know how it goes. That was the use case and business plan 2-in-1. But I had a trouble. I didn't know where to find those women. And worse than that, I was a little short on money. What I did have was programming skills, so I decided to make a chatbot. If you don't know what a chatbot is an application designed to conduct a conversation. Maybe the most famous one was done at 1966 MIT, Eliza, the computer therapist. That was the basic idea. And a friend of mine working for the same company provided pictures from a webcam stream with striptease progression. So the chatbot and the pictures should make the trick, I thought. The website was a complete disaster. It didn't last a year. And I talked with some of the users and they gave me feedback, and it turns out that they always recognize the bot behind the woman. So whatever, I put all the files in a backup, the database, the code, the templates, and the pictures, and completely forgot about it until last year. So a piece of code monitors the account. When a new mention is found, that mention is saved into the database, into a log, for 3 reasons. First of all, I wanted to have to check what's going on in there, to have a log to tweak the application. Then I don't want to answer twice the same mentions. And then I was going to use that log as well to provide answers, to use that, and I will talk about it later. The next step was to parse, to remove the account from the tweet, and to parse words and phrases, and make a database comparison. And finally, when an answer is found, it's sent to Twitter using Twitter status update. And a nice trick that the chatbot also does is a mix of online and offline content. In this case, the chatbot is able to go to the main opposition newspaper, get headlines from the politics section, and mix those headlines with offline content. An example would be, well, look what the newspaper is saying about me. I don't agree. What do you think? So it's a nice trick, and usually people get impressed about that. And another thing is, it's able to use information from Twitter. For example, the chatbot is able to say, well, you could be right, but you only have 5 followers, so who cares? And then the chatbot is also able to use previous mentions that are now in the database in the log. So it's able to get something that anybody says and put that as a Twitter update. So I put everything in place, and I thought, well, maybe a few people will start to use this, and they will say, well, I know you from that stupid porn chatbot in the mid-90s. But to my surprise, things started to work really well. In this case, a girl named Lucrecia says, since 30 years ago, I'm building democracy day by day. from my works in the opposition party. Other ones makes wealth using the bots. And in this case, it seems that the bot detected this word, years, and it says, your notions of timing are a little bit confused, so middle class. And the conversation goes on, and the girl says, is it wrong that everyone has the same opportunities? You are the confused one. And here the answer is, you shouldn't be so extremist. So, it is working pretty well. As it is common, this type of projects, you end up with more questions than answers. In my case, I started to think about how many times do we interact with bots without even knowing. So sometimes we are chatting with someone or asking something about a pre-sales question using a chat system, and that could be a bot, and we don't know about that. Then I started to think, why do we use Twitter to discuss politics? It's a place that, I don't know, maybe for politics you need to elaborate more, and then we use Twitter. I don't know why. And maybe because the people is there. And then I also started to think why the politicians feel so comfortable in Twitter. Maybe the answer is that you put a monkey there with slogans all the time, and that works just well. You don't need to elaborate nothing.
That issue on database, same answer.
If you have the same answers, if you write the same thing, that's the question. Chances are that you're not getting the same answer because there are random factors there. So if you're putting twice the same thing, the bot will detect it's exactly the same thing, and it will give you an answer because you're repeating things. It's not going to find the same phrase. So you need those small things to avoid cheating. Yeah. I try to find that word, and I start with a tweet from this account. So that usually starts the conversation. Of course, if you go there and you start yourself, it will answer as well. But usually that script starts many conversations. Yes?
You said you run it with a cron job once an hour. Do you only respond to one tweet, or do you respond to every tweet you got?
The question is, there's a cron job executing this if that cron job only answers to one. No, in fact, it answers to all the mentions without answers until that point. It uses a timer, not all the tweets at the same time, seconds later, but usually if the cron job is executed right now at 17 minutes every hour, you will get between 17 and 18 minutes all the answers there. Well, thank you very much. If you're interested to talk about this, I will be outside. Thank you.